It has been a long time since I have found a heroine that is as despicable and that I despise
the
as much.
most unlikable character I've seen in anime in a long time.
So when we always do an anime club, we always walk you through the rough plot of what is about an hour and a half of this media. So 3 episodes we watched.
3 episodes we watched.
So should we walk through the basic premise?
Take the reins.
Garnt's really good at this.
Okay.
Okay.
Unless you want me to try.
So I'll set things up, right?
Okay.
Guy and girl, they are friends. They are the best of friends, in fact, you could say. And there is this guy, his name is Yu, and this girl, this blue-haired girl called Himari. And the two of them, they call themselves the friends. They call themselves the best of friends. But Himari is that kind of friend who seems very, very touchy.
Yeah.
And very, very close. And she loves to tease you. And she loves to do some weird things with her best friends. But it's okay because they are friends.
They're just friends.
They're just friends.
They're just joking around,
and
you know?
she's just joking around.
Yeah.
It's just casual teasing. And this first episode basically sets these two friends up as just a playful guy and girl. You has this accessory business and Himari is the marketing department. And they are basically business partners and nothing more than just business partners.
I mean, like, they don't do anything in the show that we don't do, sit on each other's lap.
Hugging
each other. Fake kiss each other.
Kiss each other. No, that's episode 2.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Fondle the ball
episode 2.
slightly.
Fondle the balls a little bit, little leg action.
At the end of episode 1, we get introduced to this other girl. Inoki, the mushroom, or whatever her name is.
Inochi?
Inochi,
they call it, but I keep reading it as Inoki.
Yeah. Enomoto, who is set up from the beginning to lose. You look at her character design and you're like, girl, why are we pretending you have a chance here?
Tell me you are secondary character without telling me.
Yes, exactly. Which leads us to episode 2. Connor, you wanna take us through episode 2?
Well, episode 2 is when Himari has the genius idea because they're just friends.
Yeah.
They're just friends, right?
Yeah.
So there's no interest there. So she's like, well, I'm such good friends with him that I should help him find someone to fall in love.
Yes.
And if that doesn't work out, I've already told him that it's okay because if we're both 30 and single, we'll live together. And that's a plan. So, in the meantime, she's like, well, I should try and help him find something. So she's like, encouraging this relationship between Inoki and Yu. So she has the genius idea of like, okay, well, let's use her as a model and then have some of her, her looks to play as some inspiration.
Yeah.
And also slightly, let's edge on this relationship. Let's hopefully help them become a couple because that's what she wants.
Yeah.
So they go to a department store where they go to an Indian restaurant and have a beautiful curry.
I like how that's the detail you remember.
That was the best part.
And then they go to a jewelry store for inspiration. And the whole time Himari's kind of like trying to get you to be a bit sensual to Enomoto, but not in the creepy way. He prefaces that multiple times.
Yeah.
He's not creepy.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be the creepy guy.
And Yu gives off very like kind of, oblivious vibes. He's not trying to give off creep energy. He even says it about every other sentence that he's not trying to be a creep, which every non-creep does.
Yes.
Yeah.
They mention how much of a creep they're not.
Yeah.
And then they go to a botanical garden. And while they're at this botanical garden, Himari's like, I got a great idea. I'm going to go get us some drinks. And I'll be right back.
I'll leave you two alone.
Yeah. And so while she's getting drinks, a long line, it's taking a while. Yu's like, I'm not like the other boys. I don't like football or basketball. She's like, really? And Yu's like, you don't want to hear about it. She's like, no, I want to hear about it. And he's like, okay, well, shit, I guess I'll tell you. When I was a kid, I had this experience where I went to a botanical garden and my parents had left me. And there was this girl crying and she was lost. And I found her and I took care of her and even got a flower and put it in her hair. And it was a hibiscus. And then Enomoto goes, oh, shit. That was me. That was me. Enoki, that was me. We were meant to be. And they hit it off. And then Himari, she sees this happening, the fireworks happening.
Yeah.
Even though she wanted this to happen and she pushed for it, she then goes home and goes like, why does it feel like I've been broken up with? Fuck. And then the episode ends.
And then we get to episode 3, Joey.
And then episode 3, where it happens where after the botanical garden trip, Yu has struck inspiration. He's created a new set of accessories, but he needs a model, so he asks Enomoto to, hey, can you model these accessories for me? He starts taking photos. You know, Himari this entire time is like still trying to push Yu and Enomoto to like, you know, be a little more intimate in that kind of stuff, even though it's just though it's just modeling.
Oh, I
know?
forgot in episode 2 as well that she asks him, well, we should both kiss.
Yeah. Himari's just like, you want to,
because we don't feel anything for each other, so we should kiss to practice.
Yeah,
as we all do.
As you do.
You know, that's what bros do.
But then
as well.
when he was about to kiss her, after thinking it was a prank, she pulled away and started laughing at him.
Yeah,
Be like, "How you're such a fucking loser? You thought I'd actually kiss you? That's crazy."
even though I've done this multiple times.
Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
Yeah, so that whole brewing is happening inside Himari, and then once you finally, you know, after all the inspiration and everything, you know, he's like, I've done it. I've taken days to craft the new piece that will really bring spark to this new online shop that we're trying to create, and it's a rosebud as a hairpin.
Tulips.
Oh, sorry, a tulip. Excuse me. It's a tulip as a hairpin, and you know. They're like, okay, let's put it on Enomoto and see if she likes it.
You missed the other part too.
Yeah.
The very important part where they're taking photos.
Oh yeah, they're taking photos. And Yu is like, oh my god, I think this will be like perfect for her. So, and then this other guy, Shinji, who is like, I guess a previous boyfriend of Himari back in like middle school, is, you know, being the fucking bro in this situation, realizes that Yu and Enomoto have like, you know, a thing brewing for them, and Himari, and sees through Himari's bullshit basically of like, oh yeah, Himari definitely has feelings for Yu, but as you know, because she's my bitch ex-girlfriend, I'm not gonna side with her. I'm gonna side with my bro instead. And then so they go to like a family restaurant. Yu puts the new hairpin on Enomoto, and Shinji's like, hey, you know what you should do, Yu? You should ask Enomoto to be like your model, like your
only model.
Yeah, your exclusive model for all of your accessories, because it just works really nicely. Himari then claps back, or tries to clap back, and goes like, I don't know, man. You've been putting it on me this whole time. You know, as your business partner, I don't fully agree with that. You know, we can use Enomoto, but you should also continue to use me, you know, right? As your best friend, right? And then basically Shinji pulls a fucking like Uno reverse card, starts gaslighting her instead, and was like, I don't know, man. I think this other relationship works better. I think it works for your business. Also, right,
wasn't it you that suggested she become a model in the first place?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh wow, you're reaping your own consequences.
And presumably,
crazy.
Himari takes this very well.
Yes.
Yeah. So you'd think so, but instead, no. Himari explodes. And you know, really tries to like desperately claw back up the hill and being like, no, you'll continue to use me as a model too, right? Like you won't just use Enomoto. But then Yu's like, you know what? On second thought, nah. I think you always get in the way. You're always teasing me. You're always like a distraction to what I'm trying to my art and my craft. So I think this time around I'm just gonna use Enomoto from here on out. Himari then explodes, tries to cool down by drinking her fucking yogurt drink that she drinks like 7 times an episode. Doesn't have any, and so what does she do? She pours a glass of water over Yu's head and says, we're not friends anymore. Fuck you.
Yeah, we're breaking it up.
We're breaking it up. Yeah. This friendship is over.
Because it's Yu's fault.
Yeah, it's all Yu's fault.
All of this is useful. Himari is just a perfect angel who can do no wrong and has done no wrong.
Oh, and there's also 2 other things that you missed that I think were quite important. There was one part where when she was talking about the tulips, Himari was like, well, Enoki, you know we nearly kissed, right? Like, unprompted.
Oh, yeah.
Like, trying to sabotage. And then, obviously, Enoki's like, yo, I don't want to deal with this fucking bullshit. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And so later on as well, when they're doing a little photo shoot, Enoki's like there chilling, and he can't quite get the picture that he wants. So he tells to Enoki basically like, oh yeah, he tried to make out with me on the table, which Himari dragged him onto the table, tried to take a picture of him potentially getting close to her, and then try to frame it as him trying to make out with her and like jumping on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I
she's
missed
a
that.
psychopath.
I missed that because I was so so angry.
He's a psychopath. She's psycho.
And the worst part is, after she tried to take a picture and Yu catches her and he's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Himari's just like, wow, I didn't know you had no fucking balls.
Yeah.
I gave you the green light and I'm just like, bro, what? What?
This is why people, some dudes need literal consent to the face.
Yeah.
And please, I'm okay with it. Let's do it.
God forbid a man asks for some consent. Like fucking hell. But no, apparently you is the problem child here because he's not being straight up with anyone, and Himari doesn't like the fact that he's not being straight up with her or Enomoto. Meanwhile, Himari is the most wishy-washy fucking person in this entire show so far and doesn't know what she wants, doesn't know what anyone wants.
I've decided this is why no one's having babies in this country.
I'm telling you.
No goddamn consent. No fucking consent.
This is how you birth an incel. Legit.
This is the pipeline, right?
This is the pipeline.
Not only are the men being going down the incel pipeline, but then the women, they're not giving consent, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want them to do?
I mean, this is even worse than that because Himari's just like, yo, bro, want a kiss? Actually, no, I'm just joking, bro. Yo, imagine fucking trying to nut in me, even though I told you to, man. Bro, that's crazy.
That's
We're
wild,
friends.
bro. Even though I told you to take the condom off, that's crazy.
Bro, what? When did I give consent, bro?
It did have the exact same energy of like the hentai series where they just slightly jerk their meat and then they're like, it's a funny prank, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. A classic prank. I'll just jerk it a little bit. Like it's ridiculous. It genuinely feels like I was watching incel propaganda.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to watch like what someone felt like this is how normal people behave and they wanted me to hate women. That's what it felt like.
I think that's the biggest sin of this show so far. It's just that not only is it ticking off every single light novel trope imaginable, like
lazily.
Like during the first 2 episodes, there were multiple. Like you'll see it in the Patreon recording. There are multiple moments where all 3 of us called what was going to happen, and you don't want that in a story. You don't want to know what's going to happen or what's who's going to say what before it fucking happens. Like it's just lazy writing in my opinion, and it's just so fucking boring. Like I didn't care about any of the dialogue that was going on, even though
I cared because every time Himari spoke, I'm just like my blood pressure just rose.
Yeah.
Because she reminds me of like that fucking toxic girl who's like, I need to be the center of attention, and I'm a lead people on just because I want the attention.
Yeah.
But as soon as the guy starts losing attention, she's like, yo, where's my attention?
Yeah, come back, please.
Come back.
I mean, also you, for fuck's sake, you is such a fucking useless boy.
Oh my
Set some
God.
fucking boundaries, you.
God.
Put your fucking balls down. And not in her hand like you keep seeming to do. Like, my God. Like, it's infuriating watching him allow this person to just take advantage of him. And it's like, I feel like he's just as fucking annoying as her. He just won't fucking say anything. He just sits there and lets everything happen to him. And it's insufferable. Like, my God.
There is not a single likable character in this show.
No, Anoki's okay.
Anoki's okay.
Really? I also find Anoki really fucking annoying as well.
She's
because
there.
because at the end of because like during the
What
first
does she do?
first couple of okay, I'll tell you. First couple of episodes, right? She's portrayed as this like kind of course, tick off the trope. She's like the cute, like sexy girl, but she's also the klutz, and she gets a little emotional sometimes, and blah blah blah. And then at the end of episode 2, when you find out that actually she's had a crush on you this entire time, she does the biggest fucking 180 personality switch, and it's just like, oh well, you could please look at me. I'm like, shut your bitch ass up.
You know what? It's hard to hate Enomoto when she has to be in the same vicinity as Himari. Because I think all my hate got redirected to Himari.
Yeah.
Like there's so many points where there's so much like microaggressions there.
Yeah.
Like do you remember that scene where like Yu gives her a little bit of like attention and then Himari's like, yo, what, you kind of looking a little slutty there, Himari, like Enomoto. Like what's up with that? Yo, by the way, you know she's a virgin yet? I'm like, Bro.
I'm like, yo, I'm not telling you anything from now on. Fucking loosest lips on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only guy that was somewhat respectable was apparently the playboy who dates every woman.
Yeah.
Shinji.
Yeah,
Clearly, he respects women, and
Yeah, clearly.
and wants to advocate for woman empowerment because he was clearly trying to help Enomoto, who's getting dogged on by Himari.
Yeah, and he's trying to help you as well, being like, yo, don't fucking listen to her, dude. Like, you two are clearly made for each other. Fuck her.
I thought this show was going to be like what this show was is what I thought the 100 Girlfriends shows are going to end up being like.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought, but it was
yeah.
like complete opposite. Like the 100 Girlfriends was like great.
Yeah,
It
100
was a
Girlfriends
great,
is
great
awesome.
fucking funny ass manga. This
Yeah.
one was just fucking depressing and annoying.
Yeah.
And the writing was terrible. Like it wasn't fun to listen to any of the dialogue.
Yeah.
None of the scenes looked particularly beautiful.
None of the quote-unquote jokes are funny in any way whatsoever because clearly, it's very tropey light novel writing where like it is a romance, yes, but it can't just be a straight romance. It needs to be a rom-com, right?
I don't know.
Well-
it just feels like whoever wrote it has like never talked to a human being.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Well, here's the biggest thing that pisses me off, right? Because normally, when I have a hate watch, it's like a hate watch, but at least you get the satisfaction at the end of the characters getting what they deserve.
Yeah.